We hope for this kingdom, this domain of darkness to be put to an end, for Jesus to return. We hope for the kingdom of God. And how reassuring and how empowering is it that the invasion has already begun? That Jesus has already sent himself into our world, dying on a cross, giving us the final victory over that, and then sent his Spirit into our own hearts as a guarantee that he's coming back. And he has begun to work on our hearts so we are no longer bound to sin any longer. He's begun to work on us so we're no longer slaves to the domain of darkness. We're no longer citizens there. And so we have been changed, and we look at that change in our lives that comes from God, and we know that the kingdom is coming one day. And we can look outside of ourselves into God's church, into Christ's body. And when we see the change in the people's lives around us, the power of testimonies, the power of stories, when we see those changes, we see the invasion. And it's like the phrase, Aslan is on the move, that warmed the hearts of the Narnians. They lived in a domain of winter, an eternal winter. And yet this realization that Aslan had begun to move gave them hope. Gave them hope that the winter would come to an end. And that's what we experience today as we see that Jesus is on the move. As we see him bring his gospel into closed countries, as we see him change our lives. And so we hope for the day when the invasion is complete, when Jesus returns and puts to end evil and brings to end these domains of darkness, and instead establishes his kingdom, a kingdom of hope.